Big Boosie, man. Back at it. Back at it. Wait for some people to step in. I'm gonna go over a few things, man. It's a must. Go over a few things. It's definitely a must. We go over a few things, man. I want to first say rest in peace to my bro, E the Great. A lot of y'all know him as Black E the Great, who you with up there in New York, all them Harlem streets. Very well known brother. I want to say, you know, F cancer. It's crazy. And I want to send out my condolences to Samiya Spain family. My bro, Samiya, her mom's great friends of mine's. Very, very sad situation. Very sad situation. Really, like, unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. So I really want, you know, I want to set it off with, I was watching Hasson Cambell's, his episode that he had actually did. And I want to start it off with the mother and father. They was, you know, they didn't even know that the girls had left out of the house. They didn't even know that they left out the house. They was actually asleep. So, it's crazy that, you know, when you got teenage kids, we can't forget, anybody with teenage kids know how it is. You know that, you know, they basically pretty much do what they want to do. They pretty much do what they want to do. And if they are in the household with you, you do as much as you can to keep them close to you and keep them by you. I was one of them knucklehead kids that didn't want to listen to my mother being at a certain time and all that stuff. Especially in New York, the city that never sleeps, there's always something going on. You know, kids want to be outside and be around that environment of things that's going on, which this not even the case. These girls just wanted to go out and get something to eat. So like I said, their parents didn't even know that they had left and went outside to go and get something to eat. And when you're 19, you know, you feel you could really basically pretty much come and go as you please. And, you know, sometimes it be the case where if the parents tell you be at a certain time because this is my house and you stayed at my house, it's like you still do what you want to do anyway. And reap the, you know, reap the repercussions from it. Me, I went out and got my own apartment. I was 16 and had my own because I wanted to be grown and do what I wanted to do. And, you know, my mom tried as much as possible to keep us near. So I really want to say I agree with some of the stuff Hasson was saying because I dissected it. And, you know, my phone was going off the hook. It was saying about, you know, the things that he was saying up there. And I had to hear it for myself. And you know, I gotta say that I kind of agree with some of the stuff that he was saying. It make a lot of sense. But then there's a lot of things on there as well that I didn't agree with his opinion of the things he was saying. And, you know, one of them being is when it comes to Women, you just can't blame women. As he was saying, like the guy stabbed the girls because he was mad at his mother. And he couldn't do it to his mother, I guess, because it's his mother and he loved his mother, or you know, things of that nature, however it may go. But 9 times out of 10, the child is more close to the mother because the mother is always there. So this is a thing where he was saying that was correct. Fathers don't be there like the mothers do. So these are one of the things I don't agree with him saying is basically you would think that the child would be more mad at the father for not being there. And if they did want to take out violence on somebody, it would be more likely it would be because of the father. And it takes two to tangle. So it's either both of them, the parents, or more likely it's the father. Then he was saying about how the women, y'all lay down with these men knowing that they don't love you. Knowing that they don't love you, and you still lay down with the man and have kids with him. A lot of the times they don't know that they're gonna have kids, which they should protect themselves. That's a fact. Can't dispute that. Another thing is, how many men be lying to these women telling them they love them just to get in their drawers? Or should I say they panties? And they do that, and an unwanted kid come about, and then now the father disappears. So you can't say the women lay down with these men and think and know that the man is not going to be around. They don't know that. That's a fact. Trav, what up? I see you. But women don't know that a man not going to be there. You got some men that actually stands up and stood up for their kids when women thought that the man wasn't going to be there. There's a lot of them. I'm one of them fathers that stood up for my kids, whether I was with the woman or not. My kids ain't one for nothing, ever. That's one thing I didn't play with, is my kids. But I also know when kids get a certain age, certain things you can't say to them. Nola, what up? And that's a fact, man. So you can't point fingers and say that there was a father that wasn't there, or y'all ladies, y'all knew when y'all lay down with these men that the man wasn't going to be there. Now, like he was saying also, you know, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, you should be at home and you know, all of that. Pretty much true. Pretty much true. And I'm sure my boy, if he knew that they was going to go out, if he wasn't asleep, he would have told them, nah, it's too late. I don't want y'all going out there. Nah. Or either he would have went out and got it himself, or might would have took them with him. I mean, or he might would have went with them to get whatever they wanted. So they didn't know. And you know, this unfortunate situation is crazy because at the end of the day, people should be able to go where they want to go at whatever time. But I know nighttime, you know, things happen. People get drunk and don't think right. People get drunk in the daytime. So in New York, really, any time of the day ain't really safe to go out in New York. If somebody really think they tough until the police get them is when they, and that's what I agree with Hasson on too. I know when the police get him, he gonna be like a little puppy. And you can look at him like a little puppy while they got him handcuffed. But, you know, everybody think they tough at any given time when they want to, even in the daytime in New York. And that's a fact. Because you got to look at it, man. Y'all can Google. Plenty times people got killed broad daylight. Hasson need to be talking about these police that be killing our young kids at any time of the day. Let's don't be like Black Lives Matters. They only come out when it's benefiting them to talk about black lives. Let's talk about all of the things that is taking place with our kids getting killed, man. Because it's not just one-sided. It's all the way around the board if we want to talk about it. And let's don't talk about it because it's popular all over the news. Because there's other things that happens outside. That's a fact. It's a lot of things to be talked about where people is getting killed. Our kids is getting killed or killing each other. I agree with him on the young boys is on demon time now. Why? Who even created that and think that that's cool? Demon time, to come outside and want to kill each other. When there's so many other things to do and put your mind to as far as making some money. That it don't make sense, man. But there's plenty of men out here to take care of their kids. And me, I raised one. Dropped out 7th grade, sold dope, and now I'm struggling with yeah, that's a fact. And that's another thing, man. It's hard for our kids out here with the as far as the education system is concerned. They don't even got no more after school programs like that. I don't hear about them no more. So it leave a lot of time on these kids' hands. But one thing I do know with these kids, though, they know right from wrong, but they want to be tough for their peers. And nobody's tough even slapping a girl, punching a girl, let alone stabbing them. So any of this guy, homeboys that even allowed him to do that and stand on those actions is crazy. Facts, homeboy. I know. How can I forget Jabbo? That's my brother. God bless him. I got his picture of the premise liquor hanging right up over there. I just talked to Joe the other day. We about to, Joe got the liquor rolling. But yeah, our school systems, they don't teach a lot of things. They don't teach business. They don't teach law. You got to spend thousands of dollars just to go to college to learn law. By the time you even make it to college, and when you finish, you still got to pay a lot of money back. But they don't teach the law before they even make it to college. They either police grabbing them for something stupid, walk up on them and they don't know how to, spit that law back to the police to back the police up off of them because we don't learn it in school. And we don't have no programs with all these lawyers walking around out here that can go and do once a week and teach these kids the basics, which is their constitutional rights, man. So, I ain't understanding why a person can't go out in their own neighborhood. And once again, that could have happened in the daytime. Night times is not good to go out. I get it. But you can't point fingers and say that it's women's problem. It's the women's fault. Because they laid down with a man that told them before they even gave up the panties that the man love them or I'm going to be with you forever. Eric C., the parents definitely have to teach. Eric C., why does a lawyer have to teach them? Why the parents? And you're right, I agree with you. The parents, it can start at the house too, teaching them constitutional rights. That's a fact. But most parents don't know how to speak it fluently the way a lawyer would know how to break it down. So yeah, it's the same way as the ABCs start in the house with the parents. They still got to go to school to learn it, right or wrong. Wow. A stolen gun from a state police officer. Wow. So I'm only saying lawyers should spend 1 week, out once a week out of the month, just in all area, all states, everywhere, man. So the kids, at least they'll feel comfortable to know they got a lawyer on their side. That if they get in trouble, they know they can call a lawyer. Because all that back and forth arguing with the police when the police got you, because you know you didn't do nothing wrong, it leads up to the police getting mad with their egos and end up killing your kid. But if they knew they had a lawyer on their side and they knew how to spit the right, you don't have the right to detain me. Or if you are being detained, I don't have to show you my ID unless you have articulable reason of suspicion that I did a crime. If not, and once police hear that, then they kind of ease up with certain things. And some of them still go all the way, but yeah. And that is true, Eric C. Can't put your hands on your kids no more. You whoop your kids, you going to jail. And it's definitely not a self-defense law in New York neither. But that not being able to whip your kids no more, that's crazy. And another one for Hasson. While I was watching his episode. His daughter walked in on the episode where he's chastising women about their kids not listening. The daughter knocked on the door. He jumped up, yo, why you ain't got your keys? She said something back to him. He said, but that don't mean that you still supposed to have your keys. And she started, saying something back to him. And he was like, blah, blah, blah. Like, right then and there shows how kids do what they want to do, bro. When they are a certain age. That's what it's all about. It's all about understanding that these kids still, no matter how much we preach to them, still do what they want to do. And you got to understand, their brains are still not all the way developed. So they're going to think what they're doing is right anyway and make one wrong decision that could be fatal for their life. And we have no control over it as parents because they made that one decision when we either sleeping or we ain't even near, and they go and make a move and do something on their own. His kids that sneak out the house. I've done it before. Left my doors open and my mother and father's in that room sleeping because I want to go keep up with the Joneses and be out at the clubs with my people, and then got to sneak back in the house. But what if somebody would have came in that house and my parents in there asleep? Or what if I went outside, snuck outside, and got killed being at the clubs like I'm grown? And now my parents woke up the next day, I'm all over the news. And now what they gonna say? My parents is to blame? No. My parents didn't play about us doing a lot of stuff. We got plenty butt whoopers, man. For real. But we still did what we want to do in New York City. So you can't just point finger at parents. Because it ain't just about the parents, it's about the kids as well. And we try as much as we can to keep them close. And not, get into things, man. Any time of the day in New York is not safe, bro. None. But I really do know that it's father issues. See how you speaking on it. This is the first for me to see. We need more people like you to preach to the youth, but on a bigger platform, like in the schools, after schools. Eric C. I'm definitely working on that, brother. I got something going on. I'm supposed to do a speaking in Rikers Island, actually with Samiya's Spain's pops. He putting some things together for me there. With Shaheem from Wu-Tang and a few other guys. And yo, go sit down. Y'all excuse me, man. But I had to get this live out, so excuse my boy. But yeah, we working on that. We're gonna do some schools and all that as well. My brother Unique Mecca Audio. We wanna, teach these kids, man, cause we've been there, we've done that. Shut up! Go sit down. Excuse me, y'all. But we want to teach these kids, man, the important things that's first, that'll lead up to effective things. Like I said, the constitutional rights is more important, man, for them to learn so they know how to approach these situations. The police can stop killing our kids. At least with that, it's going to be harder for us to preach to the guys, the young youth that's gangster. If we talk to 10, 20, 30, 40 of them, if we reach one or two, then we still doing something right. And we need more people out here to, chime in with us and make this happen, man. Because it's rough out here. It really is, man. And like I was saying about the fathers, why Hasson need to focus on the fathers, because it's the fathers that's mostly not there. You got some mothers that baby the sons. Appreciate that, Nola. Definitely a different breed, fam. You got, everybody say I look like Pharrell. I see you, Gorgeous Wells. But you got mothers that baby their sons, and they don't learn certain things. So I don't see a killer coming from a mother perspective because the mother didn't do right. I don't agree with Hasson on that. Hasson Cambell is saying it all backwards. I raised a son, which is my son, and love him to death, 5 years old, as if it was my blood. And I watched the little trauma around the house when his biological father would tell him, yo, I got you for your birthday. Don't answer him. Don't hit him back. I'm going to send you something. Don't send him nothing. Don't come pick him up. And I tell him, man, don't worry about that, man. I'm your father. I got you. And, him growing up like that, but his mother was in his life strong and held it down. And he got morals. And he didn't take that, his father not being there. He grew up and want to go out and stab and kill people. He's working. Sometimes he worked 2 jobs and all that. He knows right from wrong. So we can't blame no mothers and say that it's the mothers and that he stabbed her because that's what he wanted to do with his mother. That don't even make sense, Hasson Cambell, at all, bro. That don't even make sense. Now I can see that a child might be upset the father not there, and grow up angry all the time, and that mess with the child's mental. Now, like I said, I watched when I raised him, and he's a good dude. He ain't thinking about going out killing nobody because he know right from wrong. He know he could go to jail. And he hang out with his peers and people that, that's not in that want to kill each other sort of circle. But you got guys that just did what he did to Samiya and her sister that probably be around guys that think they tough every day. And he might have didn't have his father, but I could see him being mad that his pops ain't there, so he got anger built up inside of him. And the anger's built up so much to the point where they can't think right. They thinking process is backwards, which they actually learned or created a pattern of having anger management problems growing up. So now they can't think. So once the girl made them mad over something so simple that any real thinking human being would know, I'm not stabbing nobody because she don't want to talk to me or be with me. I ain't even stabbing a girl because she just said, F you or get out of my face. But some people, anger problems, they grew up not knowing how to control it. Maybe the mother didn't even know how to even control it. Maybe the mother didn't even have money to send them to anger treatment growing up and tried to deal with it in the home. And it's rough for women that's doing that one-on-one. So if anything, we need to be praising the women. So now he upset with his father, and he learned these anger management things, man. And now this is what happens when you get drunk and you're not thinking. He might have even been a wild boy, even if he really wasn't drunk. Even though I think he probably would have thought it over better than what he did drinking, because drinking is like liquid courage. But at the end of the day, he didn't think that one over, and he might have grew up with anger problems. And now, only thing he know is stabbing. This couldn't have been the first person he ever stabbed the way he did that. That's a fact. He did that without thinking about the consequences, man. That's a fact. That's a fact. No, the consequences of their actions, man. And he didn't think about those consequences. But this is how you know he's smart and ain't stupid. When he did what he did, he knew he had to go on the run. Because if he was smart, because if he was stupid, like the stupid act that he just did by stabbing this person, this beautiful young female, and he thinking he's so tough, he would have just stabbed him, went home and went to sleep and chilled out. It is what it is. But he knew to break out. He knew to go hiding at his grandmother's house. My boys was getting calls wherever he was running and hiding. The hood was helping, because they knew that one right there was whack. He don't deserve to be out here. And definitely that drill music is crazy. I don't understand why y'all would want to listen to it and then go out and create devil, evilish acts just because you hear that on the record. Who does that? And knowing what the consequences is going to be. Y'all going to jail. After you come off that high you going to jail. And if you're not high, you going to jail. And now when you in there, you want to say, man, I learned from my mistakes. I shouldn't have did that. Another thing, I agree with what Hasson said. Baby, it ain't gonna hit him about 20 years later. It's gonna hit him 20 years later what he did. And still know he got another 20, 40, maybe 30 years more to go in there. That was crazy. That was one of the most senseless acts in New York history right now. And if there's any that was more worse than that, y'all let me know. Because right now, is the top of the totem pole for the stupid. And if y'all young dudes out there ain't paying that no attention, y'all crazy. When we was growing up, girls used to walk by, we hollering. If I hear dude go crazy on a girl because she wouldn't talk to him or give her the number and start calling out, you B-I-T-C-H, and calling out her name and all, we pulling his coat. Yo, bro, why you gotta curse the girl out, man? If she ain't holler at you, then leave it to be, man. You make them scared to walk through here. Now you messing it up for us. If she don't give you her name and number, who do you think you are that she's supposed to give it to you? And you standing on the corner. All that standing on corners is dustbuster stuff. And I'm not shunning nobody because we done it. But we used to stand in front of our block. Sometimes my boy's store over there across the street. But we was out there in the streets getting some money. And that still don't make it right, because we still should have known what we know now. But no woman don't want no dude standing in front of no corner all day, every day. Then you holler at him and she keep it moving, you gonna curse her out and get mad, like literally mad that you want to bodily harm a person? Who do y'all think y'all are, man? That's been going on in New York streets for years. And it's sad that this had to happen, but I hope y'all pay attention to that. Like, this should be a big message for y'all. Y'all don't got the right to be mad at nobody. Wow. You don't got the right, man. Be mad because nobody want to holler at y'all, man. And all y'all dudes in New York or anywhere else, man, y'all see a dude that y'all cool with scream on a woman because she ain't give him no play, y'all pull their coat. I don't even want to hang around a dude like that. And the other dude that was with the guy that did this dumb act to Samiya, I wonder what they gonna do with him. Because now, if he didn't stab her, he was just standing there and he took off running. That means you was down with him. So he gonna get something too. So I'm not gonna have nobody standing around me doing crazy stuff. And then I look like I was with it. And then now I get some dumb time for something stupid like that. That's why you check them. Don't do that over here, bro. Really shouldn't do that nowhere. But get that away from over here. Yeah, he threw his life away, brother. All the way away. And I'm looking at the dude like, in them cuffs, looking at him like, you don't even look like you no real demon dude. But that don't mean, excuse me, but that don't mean that they not. That don't mean that they not. Because looks are deceiving, boy. Some of the most gangsters is the ones that look like nerds or real gentlemen. But they very smart. But this guy here showed that he was very stupid, very ignorant. I can't believe that he did that. It's like a dream. My bro called me and told me what happened with his daughter. That didn't even sound right. Him and his wife sitting in my studio recording with me a few months ago. And now I get a call about this. My bro wife, she's sick right now. So my mother is sick, man. And it's really, really unbelievable, man. Unbelievable how these cats think, man. Like, it's real crazy, people, y'all. Y'all young dudes out there, man, y'all better pay attention to what's going on. Don't act tough now. Then when you go to jail, you in there sitting down in the interrogation room saying, yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. When they ask you all these questions. Another thing Hasson was wrong at, he said, why would the girls go outside when they know the dude was outside? Or why was they still hanging in the store when the dude ran and left? That wasn't, he was a little off on a little bit on that. They was staying inside of the store. The man locked the door so the other dude couldn't get in. So that's why they still was there by the time he came back, because they did not know if he left or not. So they wasn't hanging in the store, hollygagging and chilling and having fun out late at night. No, they was waiting, thought he was left. And he left to come back to get with them, man, to do what he did. That's why they still was in the store, bro. Yeah, that's my people's daughter, man. That's my people's daughters, man. And it's crazy, man. And I got that phone call. Sick behind that, man. Sick. I got daughters, and I tell my daughters every time, man. But I'm glad, that they didn't run across nobody like that, because it's rough. And I know my boy, I know what he want to do, but justice had to be done the correct way, because that's where my mentor will be at. And like I said, we try as much as we can to protect them, man, and let them know how to move, so we don't have to jump out there on that off that porch onto somebody's neck. No matter how big and what size they is, we coming. But at this point, ain't justice gonna handle that. But it's crazy, man. Couldn't imagine at all. My boy don't even sound the same while talking to him, man. And I'm sure y'all understand that. Y'all have people that went through it that y'all had to, hold down at a time of need like that. Or some of y'all out there actually went through it. And it's rough, man. It's rough. But any time of the day in New York City, anybody can get it. So I can agree, Hassan was right. Late night is really not a good time to be out, but we can't control our kids, what they do. And sometimes you might want to go out and get you a late snack or something. It don't mean give nobody the right to touch nobody and say nothing to nobody and bother nobody. Nobody, man. And it's gonna be more ignorant dudes that's out there. This ain't nothing but nothing. It's like a joke to them, even if they watching this on the news or hearing about it in their neighborhood. They don't care. They don't care at all, man. Everybody want to be a gangster. Everybody want to be a thug until the police get them. Everybody. And that's wild, man. That something like this can happen. And one thing I do know, we need to protect our kids, man. Even if I seen your kid somewhere, not letting nothing happen to her. And I'm mad that really mad at the bodega dude for locking the door back that they probably couldn't even run back inside. And maybe he didn't see it, so I don't know. I can't be mad at him on that point, but I don't know, man. Things like this would make you just wonder what else could have been done to save that child's life, man. It's rough, boy. But yeah, man, women is not the cause of kids acting out. Men would be the majority reason of that. But we have a lot of good men out here that take care of their kids and don't get their flowers. Excuse me. That's what we don't got. And we got to start stepping up for men that take care of their kids. Then you got some kids that just rebel against their fathers for no reason when their fathers really love them. You got a Benzino for one. I'm going to just leave it at that. So there's plenty of other Benzinos going on out there where kids just don't acknowledge their parents, I guess, for their own reasons, and which it don't be the right reasons. But you got good fathers out there. So the ones that are not good fathers, those are the ones to blame. The mothers is majority of the time the ones that's holding it down. I don't see no kid going outside mad because of what their mama did. When mama's the one that fed them, when the fathers wasn't there. Mama's the one that put clothes on their back, birthday parties, covers over their body when they sleep at night. How could a child be mad at a mother? How could a child be mad at a mother? That really didn't make sense to me. At all. From birth, sucking on the breast, looking up at the mother. That's what that child sees. Even if the father's in the household, they cling more to the mother. Now, daughters cling more to their fathers when the father's in the household, but they still love their mothers to death. So we can't never say it was no mother's fault and the guy got mad and he did what he would want to do to his mother. That don't even make sense. Me just thinking about him saying that every time, man. No. How? Logically, how could it make sense? Opposed to men and then saying that women laying down with these men, knowing that the man ain't gonna be there for them or knowing that the man ain't coming back around. He just gave you the business and Hassan said he can't be mad at the men. How you can't be mad at the men? That's who you should be mad at. That don't make sense, bro. Them the ones that ain't there. And you saying it like it make it right for them to, they don't gotta be there. So it's right for a man. I mean, that is cool. If a man not there, that really basically you saying the woman's supposed to take up the slack. if the man ain't there? What more can they do if they provide in the household, feeding them birthday parties, Christmases, and everything when the man ain't there? Make it make sense, bro. That don't even make sense at all. And then, he said about the grandfather. The grandfather was saying, when he heard the news, his wife started crying. He was speaking, like as if he didn't have any emotions. And, Hasson was looking at him like, yo, how you ain't got no emotions, man? You just saying your wife cried and like you didn't. Well, I'm going to say most people grieve differently. Sometimes somebody got to be the strong one. So that's probably why he didn't show any emotion at that point in time. So I'm going to just say that. Yeah, I feel you, Nola. But, yeah. I think, maybe he just gonna grieve different, man. He gotta be strong. He didn't wanna, show no emotion at that time. Somebody said, I will tell you how. When she sleeps with 20 men and don't know who the father is and tries to put the baby on whoever. Now, I agree with you on that, Tri-State Sean. Now, that's a fact. That's a fact. You don't lay down with mad different men. And yeah, women, y'all got a problem. And I don't want to say women. I want to say the messed up women that lay down with 2, 3 different, 4, 5 different people and then get pregnant and don't know who it is, but they think the closest one that they might have had sex with is the one that did it. I mean, it might be his, and try to put it on. Just they take their pick out of the 5 who they think is the closest to being the father and do that. And it's ignorant. And then when the baby come and find out it ain't even the person's baby, and then the other guys looking at it like, well, you were saying it was his. You were saying it was his. And now the child stuck without a father. Nobody even want to deal with it. Now you got to deal with it. And you brought that child here without the child wanting to be, not wanting to be, but didn't ask to be here. And you bring it into this world and create a havoc like that. So that you can blame on a woman that does ignorant stuff like that. But you got to also be honest, Tri-State, Sean, that's not the majority of the case with women. The majority of the case with women, a lot of women, they dating, they get with guys, and they have sex with them because the guy show interest, the guy show, and they probably don't protect themselves, which don't make it right. So, if you want to all the way be safe and don't create life, as well as, diseases, but don't create life, you strap up. But being that don't happen, and y'all used to sexing each other without catching the disease, y'all sexing, y'all liking each other, y'all might start saying, yo, I love you, or I'm gonna be with you, or we gonna be together, and a person end up getting pregnant. Now the person get pregnant, some men bounce, some men stay, but that don't make it right for them to bounce. So if they bounce after they done told all these sweet nothings and sweet good talk to the lady and got her to let her guards down to give her body to him, then it's not her fault. It's the man's fault for just not being there, handling his responsibility. So that was a good point, Tri-State. So, but we got to look out for the fathers that is there, man. We got to start, giving flowers to those type people, man. We got segments on fathers that's like that. One of my homies got a podcast named Aaron Blackshear. Y'all look it up. It's about fathers. I forgot the exact name. I'll probably find it out and put it up in the description. And he's starting to create some stuff for good fathers out there on his podcast. That's a slick podcast. I like it. Because fathers need their props, man, that hold it down. Especially the ones that hold it down and don't even get their props. That's backwards, but, you know, life is crazy out here. And we have no control over a lot of this stuff, man. There's so many issues that could be brought up when it comes to parenting. And we can't hold nobody accountable for our kids going outside and losing their life because of another ignorant person. Nobody is God, and nobody's supposed to be taking nobody's life, and nobody don't have to say nothing to you or give no phone number out or give out their social medias to you, and you get mad and think you're gonna do something to a woman. If you do something to a woman, 9 times out of 10, you a coward. You really ain't no tough guy. I want to know who this guy be beating up in the hood. And I bet you, I'm willing to bet nobody got no, he's a tough guy to dudes in the hood. Because a tough guy don't even do all no talking. And a tough guy ain't thinking about putting his hand on no woman. All the tough guys I know, I ain't never really known them for like beating on women like that. And if so, that's they must do that discreetly in the house. But we do know they tough to dudes in the street. But that's corny. And all y'all dudes out there, man, make sure y'all share this. Share this. Hit them likes up. All y'all new people, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification button so y'all know every time I'm coming popping back up with some good content. But make sure y'all share this one. Keep this one shared to all these young dudes out there on them corners and even older dudes thinking that they can holler at a woman and she's supposed to give you her number and name. And if she don't, and she keep it moving, they get mad and start cursing them out. Who they think they are, man? You are nobody to get somebody to speak to you or give you their personal information and then get mad. That's corny. I would never hang around a person like you in real life. Facts, BJ Smith. But yeah, man. The next one coming out, make sure y'all share it. I got something crazy coming up after this one, but I thought I'd just chime in and speak my little piece. You know, because I didn't agree with some of the stuff Hasson was saying, but I agree with a lot of stuff he was saying too. So I just got to be real about it. But those pretty young females, man, this tragic situation happened to. That is my people's daughters. And I just had to chime in, and I didn't want nobody to be pointing no finger at them because they was in the bed sleeping, did not know that their daughters went outside. And that's just a fact. And we have no control over these kids when they're at 19, will do what they want to do and things of that nature, man. It is what it is. The more we try to protect our kids, you could be in the suburbs and lose your life. You got serial killers, stalkers that live in the little nice areas and be sitting around waiting and watching every move until they finally figured it out and swoop in and get your kids up out of there. You had people that done swooped in it was a white guy watching this young girl moves, and the parents' movement snuck in the house and kidnapped the girl out the house while the parents was in there sleeping, got her out the house and everything. We got stories for days with that type of stuff. It ain't about the parents. It's about we ain't creating nothing out there for our kids. No community centers no more. Places to go. Cadets. Boy Scouts. I hope Boy Scouts are still out there. I don't know. What else, man? Y'all know all the community centers, man, that is not around no more, and they definitely need to be there. So yeah, y'all share it, man. Your boy Big Boosie, man. I'm rolling out Street Knowledge Podcast, man. I gotta keep the streets aware of all this knowledge, man, because it's not a game out there, man. Y'all stay safe. I'll see y'all soon, man. Make sure y'all share, hit them like buttons for me, man. And y'all can, donate. My Cash App will be in the description, man. I'll keep this content coming to y'all, man. And I appreciate the ones that's been donating, Cash Apping me, man. I'm keeping putting the money into feeding the homeless and things of that nature as well. So, see y'all on the next one, man. Your boy Big Boosie, man. I'm signing out.